old school.
I'm 34
What are you
years
like,
old.
What are you, millennial? You're a millennial.
I'm a millennial, but
bro,
even regardless.
How you keep talking about
Listen,
back in the day?
I grew up on the same music. My music is more. I listen to Plies. I listen to T-Pain. I listen to
You didn't hear Tupac
Shawty.
on a cassette tape, then stop talking. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is the Cuff and Kutt podcast. I'm your co-host, Cuddy the Barber.
I'm Kutt Johnson.
And we're here with some new topics for you today. What you got for us, Cuff?
This dude, Kanye West.
Again?
Yeah, it's the Kanye news break, man. This dude is in the news more than anything else. He's like the Weather Channel, yo. He's in the news.
Did he got a GoFundMe page or something? I heard he broke.
I don't know if he's broke or it's just people, it's a lot of nonsense with him. Right now, like in the news.
He married that girl.
He married some random chick that he said
Bianca,
he was cool
somebody
with.
that I think she was responsible
he
for
said,
Yeezy brand or something like that.
Yeah, she was a part of the Yeezy brand for a couple years. He knew her for a couple years. Sound like cheating.
So they've been doing it.
But I'm not gonna talk about my man's like that. I do respect his music. Some of his thoughts and opinions I do not respect, and I will not talk about.
Well, what about the thing like I was trying to tell you? You don't have to be married and have it on paper to be married. If I recall, he doesn't have a marriage license.
Yeah, because
smart.
I mean, he probably learned the first time, huh?
Better than the prenup. But you know what? She's like a clone. Doesn't she mind you? Does she look just like the other one?
Like someone like Kim Kardashian, right?
You have a type?
I definitely have a type, unfortunately, and I definitely follow my type, and I've noticed that my type is a lot of problems.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I can feel that.
I've noticed a lot of my problems have come from my type. And
from
I think,
a type?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
When I ventured from my divorce, I definitely went for a type. I'm not a fan. I'm
being
a fan.
a fellow divorcee, I can understand, but I've looked over the years, and I think most of the women I've dealt with have 2 syllables.
Yeah.
It's like blank, blank, and that's their name.
They're pretty much.
There's like nothing extra, no name, no nothing. It's like 2 syllables.
You put them in the bottle, they're all the same.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the names all have the same sound, like blank, blank.
That sounds like hypnosis.
That's a type. I got a type,
I have a type as well. But with Kanye West, I've noticed there's a trend. He's a very, 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 let's talk about it.
Eclectic.
Not even eclectic. He just follows a routine. Like, he's always ready to put out a new story. He's ready to say something crazy, and he's amplified through the years.
But is he really crazy, or is he just saying the truth? That's what I want to know, because I believe a lot of things he's saying are true.
I'm not going to
Kyrie Irving, all those guys, man, they're awake.
I'm sure everyone's awake.
Yeah.
But there's also a point where you're talking crazy without facts.
I didn't see that.
I mean, he's going on Alex Jones. He's going on this. He's
the conspiracy guy.
He's talking crazy. He's talking this and that about people groups. And I mean, I listen
I didn't
to
wait.
a lot
I'm
of
going to
his
stop
music.
you right there. Nah, see, I don't agree with that. He didn't actually go after anyone with the words that he used.
Well, either way, it's caused a ripple effect within the community that has affected Kyrie Irving. I believe that a lot of it hit Kyrie Irving indirectly through his choices of what he wants to learn and research about. I understand there's a lot of things that are out there that I disagree with on a personal level, but I also will not go on a main stage like, say, this podcast and say, hey, I feel like oranges are bad for you, and I choose apples.
Oh God, you probably do like apples.
I don't like neither. I don't eat fruit. I stay on a low carb diet.
Steak.
Steak and chicken cutlets.
Right.
This episode of the Cuff and Kutt podcast is brought to you by. At the Leach Firm, we understand that accidents happen. Whether you've been hurt on the job, injured in a car wreck, or facing problems at work, we're here to help. Our dedicated team of attorneys will work relentlessly to ensure that you receive the compensation and support you deserve. Don't hesitate. Reach for the Leach at theleachfirm.com.
So with Kanye doing what he did, how do you feel now after I told you? I say, look, you don't have to put it on paper.
I mean, that's
you
one
don't have to
person.
marry
You're
that person
follow-
to
you're
be
gonna
with
follow-
them. You can become one without having
But you're gonna follow Nick Cannon?
Oh man, look, boy, how many kids he got now?
He got like 20,000
20?
million, 20,000 million. Like
So
a
he
Kanye
should
lyric.
change his name to Abraham.
That man, Father Abraham,
Father
Nick.
Nations. Okay,
Father
Father
Nick.
Nick Cannon. Well, he got plenty of money anyway.
That man came out with Gigolo and R. Kelly and started having kids.
Oh my God.
If you know, you know.
Listen, the man got 10 kids or 11 kids, right?
Right.
One of them passed away. Was that a stillbirth or was that?
I'm not going that man's genealogy,
Well, I'm
but
just saying.
he definitely had kids with different women, and
he
that
have
goes
another
into-
on the way.
I'm sure he does,
Yeah.
but Mariah stepped on his toes.
So when is too much? Too much. That's what I want to know.
How many kids is too much?
Yeah, I mean, because you can't give each kid their individual.
How much do I get? All right, if you give me a number of money right now,
Okay.
I will tell you how many kids I can have.
Well, he has about $1 billion. So how many kids?
Shit, I might have 100. Oh shoot, I might have 100.
100 kids. So what you gonna do then with all these 100 kids? How you gonna give them the time they need? That's
You
why
said
they
I have
end
$1
up
billion.
cussing. See, that's why these kids end up cussing and going on.
Man, whatever, man. We
Because
talking
they
about
get
that
mad,
again.
they gotta see things on their own, and then you ain't there to
If
tell
I
them
had $1 billion, I would have the top research. I would have the top everything for 100 kids.
So
I would
you
have
doing
a whole
exactly
school.
what I said
would
already.
They'd be homeschooled technically.
You millennials are the reason for Gen Z.
So y'all don't want kids? My daddy has 16 brothers and sisters.
Gen Z doesn't even want to
And he
have
turned out
kids.
all
Well, how
right.
about that? Gen Z
That's
said
Gen
they
Z's
good
problem.
with just living.
I'm a millennial.
Well, are you proud of that?
I'm as proud as I'm going to be.
That's the crackhead generation.
That's all right. I'm not a crackhead.
That's why these kids act the way that they do.
Listen, if you a crackhead baby,
Right.
raise your hands and comment in the comments if you're a crackhead baby. Anybody else, we made it all right.
Man, them babies born in the 80s all crackheads.
But I'm not. I'm an 89 baby. I'm not technically an 80 baby.
If it said an 8 in the front, it's 89.
What year were you born?
So anyway, as I
Yeah,
was saying
exactly.
to you before,
That's the king
when
crackhead
when is it
babies.
much? When is it too much? When do you need to stop? When should you go to
All
Home
right,
Depot
there,
and get? When you need to go to Home Depot and get
Okay,
fixed?
baby Pookie. I'm already fixed.
All right, so you've been
So
already. Okay.
I've been to the doctor. I got my Home Depot renovation. I got the tube cut. You know what I mean?
So you just bungee jumping now. Okay, that's okay. That's
I
all right.
am
We gonna
also
get onto
very
that.
responsible with what I do on the side and dealing with certain people.
So when you gonna decide to settle down and get married?
See, now that's the question.
We're talking about Kanye doing his thing. I'm saying
that's
you
a wide
on
range
his
question.
side. No, you on his
I'm
side.
on the side, but I'm not on the side. I'm gonna also look at the fact that if I want to get married, I'm gonna get married, but I think I gotta find the right person.
Well, take a stand. Do you believe in marriage or not?
Yes, I explained.
Do you believe that you're gonna have to be married in order to be with a woman for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Nonsense.
What's the point of the fact that you're getting with a woman that you're not gonna get married to?
Ask Kanye.
That's Kanye's fault. He got married too.
He don't have a license,
was
brother.
married.
He didn't get the marriage license. Are you
He's
not
also
keeping up?
worth $1 billion.
He was.
He is.
Balenciaga.
Well, Balenciaga has also got their own problems.
Let's not even talk about that because did you see?
I ain't gonna talk about it on the news. I mean, on this podcast.
But you saw it, right?
What?
The little kid with the teddy bear.
That's on them, man.
Hey, I'm just saying, right in your face.
You know what I mean?
How is it that we as a culture, right, get penalized so heavily for things that if another culture does it, you hear nothing. Let's just talk about a certain
let's
football
talk-
player. Hold on, let's talk about a certain football player who stole millions from
you
their
talking
state. No names.
You
To
like
build a
telling me.
volleyball gym for
Well,
his daughter.
That's on him. First off, that's disrespectful that he has not gotten in trouble for that.
I ain't heard no apologies.
Not a secret doubt.
I haven't seen any charges.
Who is this?
Just guy that used
Talk
to play
about
football.
number four from the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago,
Yeah,
quarterback.
he took money from his state.
He was a great guy. He was a great
He was
quarterback.
a good football
gunslinger,
player. He's
man.
not a good person.
He
Clearly,
couldn't play for the Falcons, but he played for the Packers.
look, Mississippi got bad water.
he got,
right?
He got more money.
You took millions of dollars that could have been made for that
See-
infrastructure,
see,
but
we-
instead they took it to a
if
volleyball
we
gym.
look at where our phones came from, we'd be mad.
The phones,
Our phones.
Africa,
Cobalt.
cobalt.
You ever seen that? You seen that clip?
Yeah, I seen that.
That quote unquote that they were digging up stuff and it was very, you know what I mean, it's toxic and stuff. But I'm not gonna get into that. We're not here for that to get canceled.
This episode of the Cuff and Cut podcast is brought to you by introducing Labels by Lynn, a Christian clothing brand dedicated to delivering both fashionable apparel and a powerful message of faith. With custom designs available, you can create a personal and meaningful wardrobe that reflects your beliefs and personality. Each piece is crafted with the highest standards of quality, making it a perfect way to share the love of Jesus Christ with those around you. Visit labelsbylynn.com today.
So back to Kanye.
That's a scary subject.
What's your favorite album from Kanye West?
I don't know. I'm not a Kanye West.
He's from the South, so he likes
musical
Trick
guy.
Daddy
I
and
never really listened to the
He's
Midwest
applies and Trick
because
Daddy
you don't know
fan.
now.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just name it. I like Graduation, And I like the Dark Twisted Fantasy, by the way. But
I like the song say, "Wait till I get my money right."
yeah, that's the national anthem for every brother that's broke. I'm broke every day listening to that song. That motivate me to go get a couple dollars.
And what was the one that go la 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 la? What's that one? That's
the
the
same
Jesus.
song.
That's the same song. No, it's
Walks?
not.
You talking about Jesus Walks?
Say you don't even believe it. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Jesus Walks is a classic too.
Jesus Walks.
He made a whole Christian album without no cussing. He made every artist on there not cuss. That's a monumental thing in hip hop.
a gospel
by the way.
rapper.
No, he's not a gospel rapper. He's a Kanye West rapper. He's his own musical.
He doesn't really rap. He just tells a story.
Nah,
he
he's
talks.
a rapper. He's one of the best rappers alive.
You take him over Meek Mill?
Absolutely. Throw that brother in the trash. I don't even talk about Meek Mill. Meek Mill.
That's your people though, bruh.
Meek Mill.
That's your people though, bruh.
A hater.
Wow.
Look at his tweets.
Wow.
And if he comes after me, come find me.
Wow. No.
I can't get sued for calling you a
Well,
hater.
you work for the biggest gang in the world, so you know.
I mean, law enforcement not. Meek Mill's is a bigger hater than I am.
Wow. You sound like
You
you're
ever
hating.
see him do the bunny hop?
Yeah, I
For
seen
no
it.
man?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, that's all I
a
need to
little bit
say.
much.
You know what I mean? Drake
Right.
took him, dragged him outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Drake. But Kanye, back to Kanye.
Back to Kanye.
So I understand he doesn't have to pay alimony or child
Now
support.
he has to
something.
pay alimony. He's paying $250 a month. Well,
Oh, it's child
reports
support.
say
It's
he's
child
paying
support.
$250,000 in money to Kim
for alimony,
for a bill. Almost, she's got a bill.
but not child support.
It's money that she got to pay to that woman or his ex-wife. I'm sorry, I apologize for calling her that woman.
Okay, well, that's another topic. Child support. How
Dog, as someone
that
that's
system there
having,
is a whole different
as
thing.
someone that
you could get caught.
participates, as someone that participates in the child paying my child's bills, I believe that you have to benefit the fact that it's going to be taken to the children.
So you think that she's gonna get pregnant by him and have a baby, then divorce him and put him on child support, and get half?
You talking about the clone?
The one.
I
yeah.
mean the one that
clone.
looks like her.
Well, yeah, she does. She probably is the clone, bro. Yeah, it's always just little differences, but yeah.
You know, put a wig on the pig.
That's
yeah,
it.
but no, I mean, if they get to that point, they're having kids, and you know, they're having new whatever he's gonna name that child.
It's west.
Pluto.
What he got? North, west, south,
North, south, east, west, compass,
Oh, he got one compass.
Chicago.
Oh wow.
I'm just kidding. There's a
Oh,
bunch
I
of
mean,
names.
you had me thinking, bro. I didn't even know. I was like, wait, how many kids does he have?
He names his kids after
like
directions.
Nick Cannon now. Okay.
It's like Pocahontas, the direction of the wind.
Oh my God, Avatar in the water here.
But nah, like you gotta think of Kanye he's inspirational, but at the same time, his boldness has a limit.
But maybe he's smarter than we think.
If that's what you call it.
Because
I mean,
think about
Elon
how the
Musk is a
sympathy he's
genius.
getting out here from our side.
Who's sympathizing with him?
We're all sympathizing and
Who is?
empathizing with him.
I'm not
our
empathizing.
side, we are.
I think he's
Oh,
saying
we
some
took
things-
all this money and everybody left him alone.
Nah, B, he's out here talking reckless.
Okay.
For the people that he's talking about and going after, he's talking reckless.
So you just can't say certain names, and if you say
I
these
think-
names, you lose everything.
I think sometimes you go after the wrong group, they're gonna come after you.
Well, what about our group?
Which group?
This group,
What's this group?
the group that's on the other side.
As black people?
The one, yeah. Well, sure, that's it.
We call it what it is.
Black people.
I believe as black people, we have our own issues.
So we're held to a different standard or different
by
level.
No means. I think we held ourselves to a lower standard, but we don't look at others as a higher standard.
So
we
when
should be a
someone like-
normal consistency.
Someone like Kanye comes in and tell you that you can be independent and do it on your own.
Yeah, do it.
Right.
You have your own business.
Right.
What do you do?
Okay, but I have my own business. You know,
Right.
I run a couple of businesses. But the point is, when you get to that level,
What
should
level?
the level that he was at before they knocked him off the pedestal.
But thing is, though, he signed to other companies. He ain't getting his bread by himself.
well, they say that when you do those things,
He's
you sell your
creating
soul
for other
to the
people.
devil.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Huh?
But
All
I
your
do
morals
think,
and all the things.
I think that when you put yourself and you sign that contract to a company, which I believe is one of those crossroads you have to realize, you have to make that decision. Are you going to work for this person or are you going to do it on your own? When you do it on your own, I believe that it's harder, but I believe that ownership is important as well. That's how I've learned as I gotten older.
Well, you do know that you do have to go through a YT to get there.
No,
somewhere along the way. You best to believe it.
I mean, have
you
you
best to believe
have you
it.
gone through that?
I've had to.
When?
It doesn't matter. But I've had to.
You go through
But you have
initiations?
to understand that when it comes to the YT, you have to go through
Come
a YT
on.
because there are no major
I think of it like
financial
this.
institutions that provide millions and millions of dollars of
Oh,
loans.
you talking about banks?
I'm trying to tell you.
You talking about the bank?
So
You
I'm
going for
telling
a
you
loan.
that we can go in there and ask for the same loan, have the same credit score.
But thing is though,
Okay.
how far do you need to use your values and what you need to say without having to, without violating your values and also being able to talk in a way that you're going to spread a message.
Well, Kanye was willing to take a L, and I respect
But
that
Kanye
because
is
he knew
also
when he said the things that he said,
Right.
that he was going to get attacked. Right? I'm not sure if he knew he was
You
going to
sound
lose
like
that.
Andrew Tate. When Andrew Tate did the same thing, and look where he at.
They trying to make that man seem like he was a trafficker.
He is a trafficker.
I
he
don't
in
know.
Romania in jail.
I don't know. I don't know.
Today I saw he got 5 people visiting him.
Well, did you see what he said before? He said, number one, they're going to try to cancel you.
Okay.
He said, number two, they're going to try to find a way to put you in jail.
Okay.
And then he said, number three, you're going to end up
But
dead.
the thing is, though, your message can be coded in a way that you're still saying what you need to say without sounding so masculine and dominant and very vulgar. You can't call a woman the B word and think you're going to get away with it. You can't call someone the G word and think you're going to go and not offend a group of people.
So you should call them the alphabet.
You call whatever you
Those
want
are
to. If you
alphabet
want to
people,
cancel.
right?
But I'm saying, though, like, you should be able to apply your message and be eloquent enough that you could say what you need to say without having to offend anybody.
No, Instagram will cancel you for that.
For me saying something?
For your ads and your cursing or any
But
of
the
those
thing is, though, like,
type words.
that's where we're at right now. Back to the Kanye thing. Kanye created an album without cussing.
Cancel
Without
culture.
having any type of negative connotation in any people group. One of the greatest albums out that have ever came out was non-cursing. It was focused on a certain religious belief without having to offend anybody.
And they still brought him down, knocked him down.
But that's because he started saying things that he was reckless.
So
He
that's my
started going
point.
after
So
people
when
group.
what is the right and the wrong thing to say? What happened to whatever happened to the freedom of speech? Whatever happened to you being able to have your own profession of religion?
In
Whatever
law
happened to those
enforcement,
things?
you have your freedom of speech, but when you start threatening people, you're gonna get yourself in some situations.
Well, that's your job. I
Well,
can't
I
speak
mean,
on
that's
that. I know if you
saying-
come in the barbershop and your hair's real nappy, I'm going to spray it with some water and pick it real hard, and it's going to hurt.
Exactly. So that's the same
'Cause
thing.
you knew better.
That's a choice.
'Cause you knew better.
That's a choice. You should know better.
You know you don't come in the barbershop with nappy hair.
You out here talking crazy to people, you're gonna end up getting caught up in something.
So you one of them kind of guys.
Have you noticed that the greatest inspirations in history found a way to speak the truth without truth to power without degrading anybody?
Who you
there's
talking
a-
about? Who? Martin Luther King?
I'm talking about Martin Luther King,
Jesus?
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jesus had any. What did Jesus say?
Jesus said, I'm not here for
Jesus,
peace.
Jesus came and
Jesus said, I
said,
came
"Yo,
to get y'all right.
yo, ma, go ahead and just repent for your sins,
Yeah.
keep it moving.
So
I know
then you
you
free."
did your thing.
Right,
I know
right.
you had 5 husbands. He said it in a way that he liberated that woman, not tore her down.
Right.
So
So
in your
Kanye,
voice,
so luckily, Kanye is a Christian, so he's safe too.
how's he safe? Because he's talking
safe.
crazy.
He's talking right though. He's a Christian.
Okay,
He did a Christian album.
but the thing is though, people are offended,
and now he's getting married though without a license.
and we're back to this. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to understand why you're not understanding that you
understand
don't
how-
have to get
I don't
married to be
understand
with
how
someone.
my opinion
it's
has
proof
to be
positive
What's a proof positive?
that you can be with someone without being married to him.
That's how you feel.
That's how everyone
It's an
feels.
opinion.
But they do it out of
then-
pressure. I think it's peer pressure.
I think the fact
I think
that
it's a false structure that they've been given.
I think the fact that you have to understand that you're with one person, you can't show commitment.
You divorced, right?
Of course.
I'm divorced.
Okay.
Okay.
So why not get married again?
But you've been with some, right? And you weren't married.
Then some what?
Been with some.
That doesn't mean anything. I didn't choose to marry that person. I never told him I was going to marry them.
That's my point. But you want to be with them.
I wanted to be with him at that time.
Oh God!
I was
it's time. So
evaluating.
then, what happens if you get married and then within that time you decide
But
you don't
thing
want
is,
to
though,
be with
you
him
also
anymore?
have learned from divorce. You want to know and get to know the person. You're not going to set yourself up so that you're living in their house at 6 months.
Yeah, yeah. I had to laugh because I was kind of done there. I had to stay with somebody. I get that. That was good.
You
Right.
popping up, you living there, you hanging out with their kids, having
Right.
family time.
Yeah.
You might as well. You
Taking them to
made a
school and picking
choice.
them up and stuff.
Now, when you're going through dating, which I've learned and experienced, this is a tip from someone that's experienced. You're dating the person. You don't know that person. You're trying to get to know that person.
Right.
You don't know how they act in the morning. You don't know how, especially with women, how they act in that time that they have, or with us when we're emotionally stressed or we're turned off. How you feel? You got to date that person.
What
Go
about
on a
different
trip.
parenting styles? Or what about if you can't
that's
see the
what
same
you-
thing?
hey.
She might think it's okay to
Hey,
get C's, and you
that's-
might want all A's.
That's why you don't move into the same place together until you figure that out.
Well,
see how
sometimes-
she evaluates situations. You got to watch the person.
Sometimes Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
just
you know
saying.
what I mean.
That's what you gotta do
Some people
sometimes.
just got to smash and dash. I get it,
That's
but
okay.
at the same time, as
But
a
you wanna
moral
be married.
having morals and values, you got to understand that there's that person for me.
So there's no morals and values because you're not married. So if you're married, you got morals and values.
I think the fact that you choosing to give this person an illusion of commitment
Mm-hmm.
is worse than the fact that you getting married.
So in a regular relationship, you got a girlfriend, right?
Right.
You're her boyfriend, right?
Right.
You're committed to her, right?
What's
You're in
committed?
a committed relationship.
I'm monogamous.
Then that's committed.
Nah, there's
You're committed to that one
There's
person.
there's
Monogamy,
difference.
mono means one. So if you're in a
Yeah.
monogamous
Yes.
relationship,
We're not married though.
exactly. But you're with them, right?
But the thing is though, when you're dating, this is where it confuses though.
Yeah,
Because
just
we get
it's
sex involved in it.
confusing
Once you
me.
start getting sex and things involved and physical touch, I think that's where you start blurring the lines. If you keep it old school, which I'm not saying I'm perfect at, if you keep it
You're not
old
even
school,
old enough to be old school.
I'm 34
What are you
years
like,
old.
What are you, millennial? You're a
I'm a
millennial.
millennial, but
Bro,
even
you don't-
regardless.
Now you keep talking about
Listen,
back in the day.
I grew up
you're so
on.
old.
I grew up on the same music. My music is more. I listen to Plies. I listen to T-Pain. I
If you
listen
didn't hear
to
Tupac
Shawty.
on a cassette tape, then stop talking.
I did.
Nah, you didn't even have
my
cassette
first
tapes.
album.
When you grew up, you guys
the first
had CDs.
cassette I ever heard
Stop that.
was Mystical on Hip Hop Now 5 on a
Mystical.
cassette.
Mystical.
Mystical. That's 90s.
Mystical.
Mystical. Rape
Right.
Mystical.
You know he back in jail.
He back in jail for
Yeah,
rape.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, same
Came
thing.
out, got back. It's-
Right.
Once again, the difference why we're talking about Kanye, but we don't talk about certain other artists that are doing the same thing, like R. Kelly. I feel like in 10 years, people are going to give R. Kelly a pass.
Did you just mention R. Kelly?
I did. I'm gonna say this again. In 10 years, they're going to give R. Kelly a pass.
You don't see nothing wrong.
See nothing wrong with a little, yeah.
It's dead wrong when you're underage.
And when
but
you
go
look
ahead.
at it, yeah, now underage, we do not approve of any
At all.
underage
That we
relationships.
did not approve of that. Nothing like that.
I don't approve of his thought process, but I do like "Step in the Name of Love" at a nice wedding. And
got
what's
a good
the other
beat to
one?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And the Ignition remix.
What about what's that one song? Oh, the album Black Panties or Panties? What is that?
You sound like Trey Songz.
Black Panties. No, it's called Black Panties.
I
You
never
didn't-
heard that song.
No,
that
it's
sounds like
it's the
predated
record.
me.
It's the record.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know
it's the
about no
record.
Black Panties.
It's called Black Panties. Yeah. He said he wanted to get married to the.
Ain't nothing wrong with no. Anyway, back to the idea of Kanye. I gotta just remember back on task. We gotta get back on task.
Go ahead, bro.
In closing, I feel as if he's trying to make his life right. He's trying to follow this Christian walk he's following. He's committed to this woman in whatever way he feels committed in. Once again, it's a billionaire we're talking about. His values are different than our values.
Keyword committed.
He's committed, and he said he's married.
Married.
So
Wedding band.
I feel as if there's gonna be some paperwork, but then again, he's at a point now where he's at odds with government.
So it's a spiritual union.
You call whatever you want.
No, I'm saying, isn't that the idea behind getting married? It's a spiritual union, right?
yes.
So, but then when you have sex or intercourse with a woman, don't you thereby have spiritual?
I've had a lot of spiritual unions then.
Okay, well, you just a spiritual whore. Now, how about that?
So you're gonna call me a whore?
Hey, we're gonna talk about the rest of this next week, man. Let this go.
You gonna end up
I
call me a
gotta let it go.
whore?
And you called me a convicted felon. I'm not gonna forget that.
All right, whatever, yo.
And I ain't never
I
been
am
convicted.
not a whore.
I'm not a convicted felon.
am
then.
not a
Well, Let's talk
whore.
about something else.
Jesus.
That's it. So
All right.
Yeah, well,
Leading into the next topic. What's the next topic?
somebody asked me, why is it that men are afraid
Oh, this is
to
what we're
show
talking
feelings?
about?
No, that's want to know. That's
Talking about feelings after calling me a whore.
looking from a woman's point of view. Want to
gotta
know why
wipe my
we
eyes
as men
and
are
clear my
afraid to show
nose.
feelings. And I told her we'll address it, and we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, we'll talk about it in the next segment. Give us a couple seconds.
Cuff and cut. We out.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. That's right. For the record, lab on me going all the way. All the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. Stop calling. For the record.